first time I realised my parents saw me differently was during my 8th birthday party. There wasn't one. Wesley had a bounce house, 3-tier cake, and 50 kids for his. I got a pat on the head and a gift card to Claire's. My name is Hayden, and I'm the spare daughter who learned to thrive in shadows. Miss Laurent, my assistant's voice crackles through the intercom. The partnership pitch from Simmons Tech Innovations just came through. I freeze, fingers hovering over my keyboard. My brother's company name glows on my screen, and I allow myself a small, cold smile. Send it to my personal inbox, Sarah. The attachment loads, and there he is, Wesley's perfect smile beaming from the executive profile page. Stanford MBA, serial entrepreneur, visionary leader changing the face of blockchain integration. I want to gag. Zeke's here for your 2 o'clock, Sarah adds. Send him in. Zeke enters, already scrolling through his phone. The Jenkins deal is ready for signatures, but something tells me that's not why you called me up here. He glances at my screen. Simmons Tech, weren't they in the news last week for missing earnings? Missing is generous. They're hemorrhaging money. I turn my monitor. Look at these projections. They're desperate for a bailout. Since when do you track failing startups? I stand, walking to the window overlooking San Francisco's skyline. Since my big brother decided to bet our parents' retirement on his ego. Wait, Zeke's chair scrapes back. That's your brother's company? The one who... The golden child himself. I turn back, keeping my voice steady. Remember when I told you about selling caramel corn at the mall? That was the summer they liquidated my college fund for his first startup. Princeton is wasted on girls anyway, sweetie. Hayden. Zeke's face softens with concern. Don't. I hold up my hand. This isn't about revenge, it's strategy. Bullshit. I've never seen you fixate on a potential investment like this. My phone buzzes, a text from Cameron. You seeing this? Wesley's in trouble. Big trouble. Call me. I need you to set up a video pitch meeting, I tell Zeke. But here's the twist. I want him thinking he's meeting with H.S. Laurent's assistant first. You're going to pretend to be your own assistant. That's perfectly legal and necessary. I pull up Wesley's social media. Look at his latest post. Big news coming. Sometimes angels appear when you least expect them. He has no idea his little sister runs venture capital. This feels personal. Everything's personal in venture capital, Zeke. We just pretend it isn't. I forward Wesley's pitch deck to my tablet. My parents remortgaged their house last month. Want to guess where that money went? Zeke sighs, already pulling out his laptop. When's the last time you spoke to them? Christmas card last year. Mum wrote, "Hope you're doing well with your little investment thing." I laugh, but it comes out sharp. 10 billion in assets under management, and she still thinks I'm playing with pocket money. And you never told them? About being H.S. Laurent? No, mystery makes better headlines. I tap my screen, pulling up Wesley's financials. Besides, they never asked. My phone buzzes again. Cameron, found something, offshore accounts. This isn't just failure, it's fraud. Set the meeting for Thursday, I tell Zeke. 3 p.m. You sure about this? I think about Wesley's graduation yacht party, paid for with my sacrificed future. About Mum's constant refrain, your brother needs our support. He's building something important. Oh, I'm sure. I smile, feeling the weight of a decade's patience. Time to show them exactly what their spare daughter built while no one was watching. Zeke heads for the door, then pauses. You know this ends one of 2 ways. Either you save his company, or I destroy it. I look back at the skyline, at the empire I've built in silence. Guess we'll see which brother deserves. After he leaves, I open Wesley's desperate email one more time. Dear Mr. Laurent, I believe our visions align perfectly. I close my laptop, remembering the day I chose my alias. H.S. Laurent, Hayden Simmons, hidden in plain sight, waiting for the perfect moment to step into the light. Thursday can't come fast enough. Your brother's burning through cash faster than a Tesla on fire, Cameron says, spreading documents across my desk. Look at these transfer patterns. Every time they miss payroll, money magically appears from a Cayman account. I scan the papers, my coffee growing cold. How did you get these? Orlando Jenkins came to me. She leans back, crossing her arms. Says he's been trying to warn investors for months. Nobody listened. Orlando? I raise an eyebrow. Wesley's mentor? Ex-mentor. Apparently your brother stopped taking his calls after Orlando questioned some creative accounting. My phone buzzes. Wesley's third email today. I ignore it. Miss Laurent? Sarah's voice comes through the intercom. Your brother's on line 1, again. I press the button. Tell Mr. Simmons I'm unavailable, but confirm his pitch meeting for Thursday. Cameron whistles low. You're really going to play this out? Watch me. I pull up Wesley's latest pitch deck. Look at these numbers. He's claiming 300% year-over-year growth, but the actual revenue is negative, Cameron finishes. Classic house of cards. Zeke bursts in, waving his phone. We have a problem. Reese Waters is sniffing around. My stomach tightens. Reese, the one person who almost exposed my identity 3 years ago. What does she want? Says she's hearing rumours about Simmons Tech. Wants to know why Vanta's suddenly interested. Deflect. I stand, pacing. Tell her we're looking at multiple companies in that space. She's not buying it. Zeke runs a hand through his hair. Says she'll be at the Thompson fundraiser tonight. Perfect. I check my watch. Time to remind Reese why she backed off last time. The fundraiser buzzes with San Francisco's tech elite. I spot Reese immediately, holding court near the bar, her signature red dress a warning flag. Hayden, she air kisses my cheeks. Or should I say HS? Careful, Reese. I keep my voice low, sweet. Remember our agreement? Oh, the one where you promised to destroy my career if I exposed you? She sips her martini. How could I forget? But things change. Wesley Simmons, for instance, is none of your concern. He's your brother. She leans closer. And his company's imploding. That makes it everyone's concern. Speaking of concerns, I pull out my phone. How's the SEC investigation into your fund's Chinese dealings going? Her smile falters. That's ancient history. Nothing's history in my world, Reese. You know that. My phone buzzes. Cameron. Found more. Wesley didn't just take your parents' money. He took their friends too. Retirement accounts, college funds. It's bad. Excuse me, I tell Reese. Duty calls. Back in my office, Cameron's waiting with fresh documents. 7 families, she says, all friends of your parents, all invested their savings in Wesley's sure thing. Jesus, I sink into my chair. How much? Nearly 4 million combined. Zeke appears in the doorway. Wesley's here. What? I stand. He doesn't have an appointment. Says he won't leave until he speaks with H.S. Laurent's assistant. I straighten my blazer. Well then, let's give him what he wants. Wesley looks smaller than I remember, his designer suit hanging loose. Dark circles shadow his eyes. Mr. Simmons? I step into the lobby. I'm Emily, Mr. Laurent's assistant. I'm afraid he's not available. Please? Wesley grabs my arm. I need 5 minutes, just 5 minutes to explain why this investment makes sense. I gently remove his hand. Your pitch meeting is Thursday. Thursday might be too late. I have payroll on Friday, and if we miss it... He runs his hands through his hair, a gesture so familiar it hurts. Look, I know the numbers look bad, but there's context. Context like the Cayman accounts? His head snaps up. What? Your meeting is Thursday, Mr. Simmons. I turn to leave, then pause. One question. Does Mum know you used her Bridge Club friends' retirement funds? The colour drains from his face. How did you... Thursday, 3 p.m, don't be late. Back in my office, Zeke's waiting. That was cruel. That was necessary. I pull up my calendar. Block off Friday morning. After the pitch meeting, I'll need time to process the fallout. You're really going through with this? I think of Wesley's desperate eyes, so different from his usual confidence. Of all the times I watched him take and take while I built in silence. Oh yes, I smile. Time for Big Brother to learn what his little sister's investment thing can really do. 3 o'clock arrives with the weight of destiny. I sit in my office, watching Wesley fidget on the video call preview screen. He's early, wearing his lucky blue tie, the same one he wore to his Stanford interview. Ready? Zeke asks from the doorway. I've been ready for 20 years. I smooth my hair, check my lipstick, start recording. The call connects. Wesley's practiced smile appears, bright and desperate. Thank you for this opportunity to meet with... He stops mid-sentence, blinking at my image. There must be some mistake. No mistake, Wesley. I lean forward, savouring his confusion. H.S. Laurent, though you might know me better as your little sister. He laughs, that familiar, dismissive laugh that always preceded him getting his way. Hayden, this is... What kind of joke is this? Venture capital's no joke. Neither is your company's situation. I pull up his financials. Let's talk about those Cayman accounts. The colour drains from his face. How did you... No, I know everything, Wesley. Every cooked book, every misappropriated fund, every lie you told Mum and Dad's friends. You don't understand. Actually, I understand perfectly. You needed money, they had it, and you never planned to pay it back. I share my screen, displaying his transfer records. Just like you never planned to pay back my college fund. He straightens his tie, a nervous tell from childhood. This is absurd. You run Vanta Capital. You're H.S. Laurent. The very same. Surprised? You shouldn't be. You were too busy being the golden child to notice what I was building. Look, whatever grudge you're holding, this isn't about grudges. I pull up another document. This is about fraud, Wesley. Securities fraud, wire fraud, misappropriation of funds. Should I continue? His facade cracks. Please, Hayden, I can explain everything. Like you explained to Mrs. Peterson why her retirement fund disappeared, or to the Martinez family about their kids' college savings. I can fix this. He leans closer to the camera, desperate. That's why I need this investment. Give me 6 months and everyone gets their money back, I promise. Like you promised Mum and Dad their house was safe? Silence fills the video call. Wesley's shoulders slump. Here's what's going to happen, I continue. You have 2 options. 1, you take our investment, but under my terms. You step down as CEO, return every penny you stole and fade into obscurity. 2, I release everything to the SEC tomorrow morning. You wouldn't, his voice shakes. We're family. Family? I laugh, cold and sharp. Was I family when you watched them sell my future for your first startup? When you celebrated on that yacht while I worked minimum wage? We were kids. No, you were a kid. I was an investment they decided not to make. I pull up a contract. You have 24 hours to decide. Sign the papers or face the consequences. Mum and Dad will never forgive you. They'll have to get in line. I hover over the end call button. Oh, and Wesley, that little investment thing Mum always dismissed. It's worth $10 billion. Sleep on that. His image disappears, leaving me alone with the quiet hum of my office. Zeke appears with 2 glasses of whiskey. That was... necessary, I finish, taking a glass. Brutal, he corrects. You okay? My phone buzzes, Mum's name flashing on the screen. Right on schedule, Wesley works fast, I answer on speaker. Hello, Mother. What are you doing to your brother? Her voice trembles with familiar disappointment. He's very upset. Like upset that he got caught, or upset that his little sister outplayed him. "This isn't a game, Hayden. He needs help." "No, Mother, he needs consequences." I take a slow sip of whiskey. For once in his life, he needs to face what he's done. "We're your family." Funny how that only matters when you need something from me. I stand, walking to the window. "Tell Wesley he has 23 hours left to decide. And Mum, better start packing. When this breaks, reporters will be camping on your lawn." I end the call, watching the sun set over the bay. My phone lights up again. Cameron. "You need to see this," she says without greeting. "Wesley just booked a flight to Grand Cayman." I smile, turning to Zeke. Looks like he's made his choice. What now? Now? I pull up my email, fingers hovering over the keyboard. Now we show him exactly what the spare daughter can do. The SEC tip line is just one click away. "He's moving money," Cameron announces, bursting into my office at 6 a.m. 3 transfers in the last hour, all to different accounts. I'm already at my desk, tracking the digital breadcrumbs of Wesley's panic. "Floppy! He's leaving traces everywhere." "That's not all." She drops a thick folder on my desk. "Remember Mrs. Peterson's retirement fund? Found out where it really went? Your brother bought a yacht." "A yacht?" I flip through the documents, my coffee growing cold, while telling her the investment was just temporarily illiquid. Named it Dream Maker. Cameron pulls up photos on her tablet. Want to guess who's throwing parties on it? The images show Wesley and my parents, champagne in hand, celebrating on a deck that costs someone's future. My stomach turns. My phone buzzes. "Zeke, turn on CNBC, now." I grab the remote, and there's Wesley giving an emergency interview. These rumours about Simmons Tech are completely unfounded. We're in talks with major investors. Liar. I turn up the volume. "In fact," Wesley continues, straightening that damn blue tie, "we're announcing a major partnership next week that will revolutionise our market position." Cameron whistles. "He's desperate." "He's buying time." I reach for my phone just as Zeke rushes in. "We have a problem," he says, face grim. "Reese Waters is about to publish an exposé on Vanta Capital. She's claiming conflict of interest in the Simmons Tech Review." "She wouldn't dare." "She would. Unless I back off Wesley." I stand pacing. "Call her." Reese answers on the first ring, her voice dripping satisfaction. "Hello, HS. Or should I say, Hayden?" "What do you want?" "Simple. Drop the Simmons investigation and your secret stays safe." "Counter-offer?" I pull up an email on my screen. "I have proof you knew about fraud at 3 different startups and helped cover it up. Back off, or you'll be sharing a cell with my brother." Silence. Then, "You're bluffing." "Try me." I hit send. "Check your inbox. That's just a sample." The line goes dead. Cameron slow claps. "Remind me never to cross you." "Focus." I pull up Wesley's financial records. "We need to track every dollar he's moving, every account, every transfer." "Already on it." She spreads papers across my desk. "Look at these patterns. He's been running a classic Ponzi scheme, using new investor money to pay old debts, skimming millions off the top." Mum and Dad's friends were just the latest victims. Cameron points to a spreadsheet. "The Martinez family lost their house last month. Their daughter had to drop out of college." My hands shake as I remember Maria Martinez. We used to share art classes. She had real talent. "Hayden," Zeke's voice is soft, "this isn't just about revenge anymore. These are real people." I know. I pull up my email again. That's why we're stopping him. Now. I draft the SEC tip, attaching documents, bank records, everything. My finger hovers over send when my office door flies open. "Don't do this." Orlando Jenkins stands there, looking older than I remember. "Please." "Orlando?" I stand. "How did you?" "Your assistant let me in." He walks closer, hands raised. I knew it was you running, Vanta. I've known for months. Why didn't you say anything? Because I wanted to see if you'd do the right thing. He sits heavily. Wesley, I tried to mentor him, guide him, but he wouldn't listen. And now he's going to destroy everything, including himself and your parents. Orlando pulls out his phone. He just called me, ranting about running away to Dubai. My computer pings. Another alert. Wesley's liquidating more accounts. I have to stop him, I say. By destroying your family? They destroyed themselves. I turn my screen, showing him the yacht photos. They partied with stolen money, Orlando. They watched people lose everything and celebrated. He studies the images, shoulders slumping. Do what you have to do. Just make it quick. After he leaves, Zeke touches my shoulder. You okay? I look at the SEC tip, still unsent, at the photos of my family laughing on their stolen yacht, at the documents showing the Martinez family's foreclosure. No, I answer honestly, but I will be. I hit send. Cameron's phone buzzes immediately. It's working! 3 reporters just reached out for comment. Good. I stand, gathering my things, because tomorrow we're visiting the Martinez family. They deserve to know the truth first. And Wesley? I check my phone, a desperate text from my brother. Please don't do this, I'm begging you. Wesley made his choice. I delete his message. Now he can live with it. The headlines explode like digital fireworks. Tech startup CEO accused of massive fraud. Simmons Tech, a house of cards. Investors lose millions in startup scandal. My phone hasn't stopped ringing since dawn. I silence another call from Mum as Cameron bursts in. They found the yacht, she announces, tossing a tablet onto my desk. Police seized it an hour ago. Wesley's nowhere to be found. Check Dubai, I say, scanning the headlines. He always talked about. My office door slams open. Elizabeth Simmons, my mother, storms in, face red with fury. What have you done? Hello, Mother. Please come in. I gesture to a chair. Though technically, you should have an appointment. Don't you dare be smart with me. She throws a newspaper on my desk. Your father is in the hospital. Stress attack when reporters surrounded our house. Something twinges in my chest, but I keep my voice steady. Maybe he should have thought about that before investing other people's retirement funds in Wesley's scam. It wasn't a scam. He was building something important. Really? I pull up photos on my screen. Is that why he bought a $3 million yacht with Mrs. Peterson's savings? Because it was important? Mum falters, just slightly. He said that was company property. Right, for all those blockchain meetings at sea. I stand, walking to my window. Did you even ask where the money came from? Or did you just enjoy the champagne? You're destroying this family. No, Mother, Wesley destroyed this family. I'm just exposing the truth. The truth? She laughs bitterly. The truth is, you've always been jealous of your brother's success. I turn, ice in my veins. Success! Let me show you success. I press my intercom. Sarah, please send in Mr. and Mrs. Martinez. The door opens and Maria Martinez enters with her parents. Mum's face goes pale. Mrs. Simmons, Maria says quietly, remember me? I used to come over for art classes. Mum nods weakly. Your son took our house, Mr. Martinez speaks up. Our savings, everything. That's not. He said the investment was safe. Nothing was safe, I interrupt. Show her, Cameron. Cameron projects Wesley's accounts onto the wall. $6 million stolen from 15 families, all funneled through offshore accounts, while he claimed the company was thriving. But the interviews, the partnerships, lies. I pull up Wesley's CNBC appearance, all of it. And you helped him sell those lies, Mom. Every time you bragged about his success, you helped him lure in more victims. Mrs. Martinez steps forward. My daughter had to leave college. Her scholarship wasn't enough without our savings to cover living expenses. Mum sinks into a chair, her designer purse sliding to the floor. I didn't know. You didn't want to know. I hand the Martinez family a folder. This contains documentation of your claim against Simmons Tech, plus a guarantee from Vanta Capital to restore your full investment with interest. Maria's eyes fill with tears. Really? Really? You can re-enroll next semester? After they leave, Mum looks up at me, suddenly old. You're really H.S. Laurent? Surprised that your spare daughter built a $10 billion company while you weren't watching? Hayden, please. She reaches for my hand. I step back. Help your brother. He must have had reasons. His reasons are why the FBI is looking for him. My phone buzzes. A text from Zeke. Wesley's passport was just scanned in Dubai. He's running, I tell Mum, like a guilty man runs. What do we do? We? There is no we, Mother. You chose your side 20 years ago. I open my office door. The SEC will want to interview you and Dad. I suggest getting a lawyer. Hayden, goodbye, Mother. Give my best to Dad when he's feeling better. After she leaves, Cameron whistles low. That was intense. It's not over. I check my phone. Messages flooding in from reporters, investors, old family friends. Wesley's in Dubai, but he won't stay quiet. What's he going to do? He's finished. My screen lights up with a new alert. Wesley's face appears in a video link, looking haggard but determined. To all Simmons Tech investors and supporters, he begins, my sister's accusations are false. In fact, I can prove she orchestrated this whole situation for personal revenge. I smile, cold and sharp. Oh, brother, you really shouldn't have done that. What now? Cameron asks. Now? I pull up a folder marked nuclear option. Now we show him what revenge really looks like. Your brother's video has 3 million views, Zeke announces, pacing my office. He's painting you as a vindictive sister who manipulated the market to destroy him. Funny how he forgot to mention the stolen money. I pull up my nuclear option folder. Or the yacht, or Dubai. Hayden, Zeke stops pacing. What's in that folder? Everything. I turn my screen. Every email, every transfer, every conversation where he admitted what he was doing, including a particularly interesting video call with Orlando. Cameron bursts in, waving her phone. Your parents are on TV. I flip on the news. There they are, standing outside their house. Dad looks frail. Mum's wearing her crisis pearls. Our son is a good man, Mum tells the reporters, clutching Dad's arm. This is all a misunderstanding, driven by family issues. Family issues? I laugh. That's what she's calling fraud now? My phone rings. Orlando. Turn on Bloomberg, he says without greeting. I switch channels. Wesley's speaking from what looks like a Dubai hotel room. My sister, he's saying, has orchestrated a complex scheme to devalue our company. She's using her position at Vanta Capital to... Enough. I dial Zeke's contact at Bloomberg. Run it. Within minutes, Wesley's feed split screen with new headlines. Exclusive. Simmons Tech. CEO admitted fraud in private calls. The video plays, Wesley laughing with Orlando about creative accounting and stupid rich families willing to invest. My phone explodes with notifications. Wesley's face on screen goes pale. That's taken out of context. Context? I text Orlando. Show them the yacht video. New footage appears. Wesley touring his yacht, bragging about buying it with other people's money because they're too dumb to track it. Cameron whistles. That's going to leave a mark. My office door flies open. Dad stands there, looking older than I've ever seen him. You need to stop this, he says quietly. Hello, Father. How's your heart? Don't. He steps inside, closing the door. You've made your point. Have I? I stand, because Mum's still out there defending him. She's defending our family. What family? I gesture to the TV, where Wesley's still stammering excuses. The one that sold my future? That watched me work retail while funding his dreams? We did what we thought was best. Best for who, Dad? The Martinez family? Mrs. Peterson? All the people Wesley stole from while you cheered him on? He sinks into a chair. We didn't know. You didn't want to know. I pull up more documents. Look, every time he needed money, every time he was about to fail, you found more victims to fund him. You introduced him to your friends, vouched for him. I really thought he was building something. He built something all right, a prison sentence. Dad's phone buzzes. His face crumples as he reads. The FBI, they're at the house. Of course they are. I check my watch. They're probably also freezing your accounts. I'd be everything, but how will we live? I finish. Maybe ask Mrs. Peterson. She's been figuring it out since Wesley took her savings. Hayden, please. He reaches for my hand. This time I don't pull away. Help us fix this. I am fixing it. I squeeze his hand once, then let go. Just not the way you wanted. My phone lights up. Wesley calling. I put it on speaker. You win, he says, voice breaking. Just make it stop. Make what stop, Wesley? The truth? I'll confess. Pay everyone back. Just please call off the FBI. That's not how this works. I look at Dad, still slumped in his chair. Actions have consequences, even for golden children. Mum and Dad will lose everything. They already did. I stand. They lost their integrity the first time they helped you lie. They lost their daughter years ago. Now they're just losing money. I'm coming home, Wesley says, to face it. Good. I end the call, turning to Dad. You should go. Mum will need you. He stands slowly, aged decades in minutes. When did you become so hard? When you made me build everything alone. After he leaves, Zeke touches my shoulder. You okay? I watch through my window as Dad shuffles to his car, passing reporters. No, I answer honestly, but I will be. My phone buzzes one last time. A text from Maria Martinez. Thank you for the truth. Sometimes, I think, watching Dad drive away, the truth is the hardest revenge of all. The FBI arrests Wesley at San Francisco International Airport. I watch it live on my office TV, my golden boy brother in handcuffs, that blue tie now crooked and loose. Quite a homecoming, Cameron says, perched on my desk. They found the rest of the money. How much? 12 million, hidden in crypto wallets. She slides over her tablet. Your parents' friends weren't his only victims. My phone buzzes. Reese, check your email now. The subject line reads, Your brother talked. Inside is a video. Wesley in his Dubai hotel room, desperate and sweating. My sister manipulated everything, he tells Reese. She used her position at Vanta to orchestrate this whole thing. She's been planning it for years. Interesting strategy, Zeke says from the doorway. He's trying to drag you down with him. Let him try. I forward the video to my lawyers. We have receipts. My screen lights up. Mom calling. I answer on speaker. The FBI is searching our house, she says, voice shaking. They're taking our computers, phones, everything. Standard procedure for a fraud investigation. They're saying we might be accomplices, that we helped him. Didn't you? I pull up their bank records. You introduced him to investors, vouched for his character, helped him spend their money. We thought it was real. Really? I click through photos, the yacht parties, the vacations, the celebrations. You never wondered where all that money came from, never questioned why your friends kept investing while you lived like royalty. Silence. Then, help us, please. I already am. I send her an email. I've arranged for legal representation. The best fraud defense attorney in the city. Consider it your birthday present. 20 years late. The line goes dead. Zeke steps closer. You're paying for their lawyer? Ironic, isn't it? I stand, walking to my window. They wouldn't pay for my education, but I'm paying for their defense. Miss Laurent? Sarah's voice crackles through the intercom. The SEC investigators are here. The meeting is brutal. 4 hours of questions, documents, timelines. They're thorough, professional, and deeply suspicious of my involvement. You didn't flag these transactions earlier, Agent Torres asks, given your position. I only reviewed Simmons Tech when they approached us for investment. I hand over more files. Everything else was deliberately hidden. By your brother. Yes. And your parents? I meet her eyes. The evidence speaks for itself. After they leave, Zeke brings whiskey. They're building a case against your whole family. Not my whole family. I take a sip. They cleared me. Vanta's clean. But at what cost? My phone buzzes. A news alert. Wesley's face fills the screen as reporters swarm him outside the federal building. My sister, he shouts, orchestrated this whole thing. She used her company to... The feed cuts as FBI agents hustle him inside. Moments later, my email pings. You destroyed everything, Wesley writes. I hope you're happy. I click reply. You destroyed it yourself. I just turned on the lights. Cameron bursts in. They're raiding the yacht. Found documents in the safe. Looks like Wesley was planning to scam more investors, targeting retirement communities. Of course he was. I pull up my banking app. Send me the list of potential victims. Why? Because Vanta's setting up a prevention fund. We'll reach out, warn them, offer financial literacy workshops. That's surprisingly nice of you. It's not nice. It's necessary. I forward the fund proposal to my board. Someone has to clean up Wesley's mess. My phone lights up. Dad calling. I let it ring. You should talk to them eventually, Zeke says softly. Eventually. I stare at the missed call notification. But not today. The sun sets over San Francisco as I pack up my office. On TV, financial analysts dissect Wesley's fraud, calling it one of the most brazen schemes in recent startup history. Zeke appears in my doorway one last time. Was it worth it? I think of Maria Martinez, re-enrolled in college, of Mrs. Peterson getting her retirement fund back, of all the people Wesley can't hurt anymore. Ask me tomorrow, I say, gathering my things. My phone buzzes, a text from Orlando. You did the right thing, but this isn't over. He's right. Tomorrow brings depositions, investigations, more family fallout. But tonight I drive home past my parents' house, where reporters still camp on the lawn, past Wesley's empty office building with its dark windows, past the marina where his yacht used to dock. Another text arrives, an unknown number. You missed something important. Call this number when you're ready for the real truth. I delete it without replying. Some truths can wait until morning. The mysterious text haunts me through sleepless nights. You missed something important. Each morning brings new revelations. Wesley pleading guilty, Mum and Dad accepting a deal with prosecutors, the Martinez family starting a support group for fraud victims. But that text... You're obsessing, Cameron says, dropping a stack of papers on my desk. We got them. It's done. Is it? I show her my phone. This number, the text, something feels wrong. So call it. I stare at the digits. What if... My office door bursts open. Reese strides in, holding a tablet. You really should have called that number. How did you... Because I sent it. She turns her tablet around. Look familiar? The screen shows security footage of my parents' house. A figure slips out the back door carrying boxes. The timestamp, 2 days before Wesley's arrest. Mum, I lean closer. What was she taking? Storage unit records. Reese swipes to another image. Your mother's been busy opening accounts, moving assets for years. That's not possible. We tracked everything. You tracked Wesley, but Mommy Dearest had her own game running. My hands shake as I dial the number from the text. A familiar voice answers. Hello, Hayden. Orlando. Your mother approached me 5 years ago, wanted to diversify investments away from Wesley's ventures. I helped her set up accounts. Private ones. How much? 20 million, minimum. The room spins. Cameron grabs my arm. That's more than Wesley stole. Where did it come from? I demand. That's the interesting part. Orlando sighs. It's old money, family trusts, hidden accounts, your grandmother's inheritance. What inheritance? The one your mother kept from both her children. She played you both, Hayden, used Wesley's fraud to cover her own tracks. My phone buzzes. Zeke. Your mother just boarded a private jet to Switzerland. No. I stand. Not this time. Within hours, Interpol flags her passport. The jet diverts to London. I watch via livestream as British authorities escort her off the plane. Mrs. Elizabeth Simmons, Agent Torres announces at the press conference, has been charged with decades of systematic fraud and embezzlement. Dad calls from his monitored house arrest. Did you know? About Mom? No. Did you? I suspected, but I never asked. He sounds broken. She always handled the money. I hang up, turning to Reese. Why help me? Because I respect what you built. She shrugs. And I hate frauds more than I dislike you. My phone lights up. A video call from Maria Martinez. Her face glows. I got the internship at Vanta Capital. Congratulations! I smile, genuine for the first time in weeks. When can you start? After she hangs up, Zeke brings coffee. So, was it worth it? I look around my office, at the empire I built while they weren't watching, at the lives we're helping rebuild. Ask me again tomorrow. Tomorrow's booked. He hands me a schedule. Financial literacy workshop at the community centre. Mrs. Peterson's teaching. I laugh. Actually laugh. Perfect. My phone buzzes one last time. Wesley, from prison. Did you know about Mom? No, but I know now. We were both played. No, Wesley, you played yourself. Mum just played everyone else. I delete his number, then turn to Cameron. Let's do something good today. Like what? Like setting up a scholarship for kids who have to build everything alone. Going soft, she teases. No. I smile, thinking of all the spare daughters out there. Going forward. The sun sets over San Francisco as I draft the scholarship announcement. My empire stands, stronger for surviving the storm. My family's secrets are exposed. Justice served not just by me, but by truth itself. My office door opens one last time. Zeke enters with a folder. Found this in the evidence. Thought you should have it. Inside is a photo. Me at 8 years old, winning a school art contest. Mum's actually smiling, proud, before the money mattered more than moments. I pin it to my wall, not as a reminder of what was lost, but of what was found. Strength, purpose, and the power to choose justice over vengeance. Ready to go? Cameron asks. Oh, almost. I send one final email to the SEC, to Orlando, to every investigator. Here's what we missed. Let's make it right. Because sometimes the biggest revenge isn't destroying someone's world, it's building a better one.